called Juji Gatame because his body crosses his body, okay? And when he pulls his arm back and he rolls his back, what is crossing the elbow is it's like a fulcrum and lever. It's called Juji Gatame because his body crosses his body, okay? And when he pulls his arm back and he rolls his back, what is crossing the elbow is it's like a fulcrum and lever, okay? All right. And so this is the lever he's going to pull here. His fulcrum is basically the middle of his body. His pubic bone is what it is. So that's the cross part of it. Okay, he's crossing his leg, his body over his body. So that's why it's called Juji, cross, Gatame, locking, cross locking. Okay, so let's look at it here. How the very basics of it, okay, work is Eric's going to grab Jake's arm just like a baseball bat, okay, and he pulls it tightly to his torso, his chest. You don't have to pull, just got it nice and tight, okay. All right, and if people are worried about where the hands turn and everything else, his thumb's kind of up in the air. It's in a good position, so what you want to do is get his arm elongated and straight. That's what he's doing. Now the legs, we're doing this version of it. Both legs are over the torso and the head. And we've worked on this a lot, but here's an explanation of how to do it. So his legs are crossing over his body, and he's pulling his feet in, so he's crunching Jake's shoulders together, making him weak. Okay? And I use this analogy a lot. If you're doing the bench press, you want good, strong like this, bench like this. You don't bench press with your arms crushed in like this, because you're weak. Okay? He wants to make his shoulders and arms weak. So he's pulling in, he's crushing them and squeezing his shoulders in tight, okay, across the body. Now when he rolls back, okay, he's going to roll back and don't apply.
Right, yeah.
Keep rolling back. Now, you see this arm is straight here. It's extended straight out to the side. Now, we're going to talk about a little angle in a moment here, but right now, this is how this works. So what he's doing, he's extending his elbow across his pubic bone right there, and he's stretching. When he arches his hips up and pulls it, and he'd stretch it, make him tap. Not only does he lock the elbow, okay, the shoulders are under stress, the biceps are under stress, the forearms are under stress. He's pulling everything. He's making life really stink for his arm, for Jake's arm, by doing that. Okay, so he's grabbing it really tight, and he rolls back, and he arches his hip, and he would get the tap out. Okay, all right. So that's how it works. You're extending his arm across your pubic bone. That's what he's doing. Okay, all right. Now we find a lot that you can grab this way and it works great. But we've also found you can trap the arm like this and roll back. And here's an advantage to doing that as well, because when he traps the arm like this, as his body slides back, it actually slides his arms up the length of his arms up the length of Jake's arms and extends them even farther. And it makes it hurt more, okay? It makes it hurt quicker, all right? So that's why that works too. So he rolls back and he arches it back there like that. Okay. Again, we're square like this, we're quite strong. But if my shoulders are angled like this, it's weaker. So if he wants to, he can roll to the side and then roll back and straighten it. By rolling to the side, he's extending it and he's weakening that shoulder, and he rolls back. And this is especially useful, grab your hands together, Jake. This is especially useful when you've got a guy with his hands hooked together and you've got this. Okay, you roll to this, roll the side, and you come back and stretch them out. Okay, you can finish up here too, but a lot of times if you roll this way, he can't resist as well, and then you get the tap out. Okay, so that's kind of how Juji Gatame works. The basic one is spinning Juji Gatame. And there are a lot of ways to do this, but the basic way you're going to show somebody, spin under them, catch over, roll them over, Juji Gatame. Okay, that's number one. And again, there are a lot of ways. If he comes up, he does different things, but that's the basic. The second way is the back lunge to spin and stretch. Okay, the other one is the back roll Juji Gatame. Like, does that look familiar with what Coach DeMars was doing? It's beautiful, but the idea is to roll to your back and apply the Juji Gatame. So that was just one application, but that's generally the one when I teach new students. That's the way we show that. That's one of the early skills we teach. It's also very good for transition, as Coach DeMars was doing, but it teaches that back roll Juji. So we've got the spinning Juji Gatame, the back roll Juji Gatame. The next one will be the head roll Juji Gatame, which we just worked on. Open him up, head roll Juji Gatame. He's rolling in what? The direction of the head. He's rolling Mike in the direction of his head. And the fourth one is the hip roll Juji Gatame. Derek will be rolling Mike in the direction of Mike's hip. In that way. And when you parse them down, when you really start getting in a deep analysis, I guess, those are the four basic directions and applications, and things emanate from that. Things happen from that. And there are hundreds of variations, probably. So those are the four applications that we have. And from those, then you can just go crazy on the different ways to apply Juji Gatame. It's just really, but you have to have a method. So when you're coaching people, guys, and a lot of your coaches, have a method to what you're doing. Have a system. It may not be the same as mine, but it has to be logical and it has to be effective and produce results for your students. I don't mean just they have to win all kinds of tournaments. They have to yield good skill from that system you've developed.